Hey guys, welcome back to Factorio. So here's the deal. We've been trying to grow and what have you for a while, and the one main thing that's really kind of been hampering us is iron production. And I've said for a while we need to increase iron production. We need to increase iron production. And I just haven't gotten to it. Well, today we're going to get to it. If you look, we can see that the saphirite ore is being produced okay, but we're not producing enough to even come close to approaching saturation in this half of the process. So where our problem comes in is in creating the saphirite ore. We're just not creating enough of it. And even though we've got a fair number of crystallizers that are producing, we're not creating enough. Now, this setup is enough that it is keeping up with this whole, I think there's 17 of them here, crystallizers. So what I was thinking is if we take this entire part, now I could convert all of these other ones to making just the saphirite ore, but then we wouldn't have the other stuff. So we're going to keep this one. But what I'm going to do is we're going to duplicate, or essentially duplicate, this portion of our manufacturing. Now we're not going to do it in the same orientation, and there are going to be a few changes to it, but for the most part this is a pretty balanced system. It is keeping up with itself and what have you. The only real problem we have is what the hell do we do with all of this sulfur? And I think that the solution to that is I think we're going to get rid of some of this sulfuric wastewater. We're just going to void it in the new build. We don't need that much sulfur production. So I think we're just going to probably go down to one of these hydro plants, and everything else is just going to get voided for now. We don't really need it. God knows we've made enough explosives to last us for quite a long time. I don't think we need any more explosive production and what have you, and that's really the only other thing we're doing with sulfur right now. Now, when we get into some of the other processes, we may need it to make, sulfuric acid stuff. But right now, I think we're going to reduce the amount of it that we're actually storing. So let's go ahead and do this. Let us copy. And the other thing is, not to get ahead of myself, this right here is just a way to take care of this waste mineralized water that's coming out of this process. Is really not much. So if we make another one, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pipe the mineralized water down here. We're not going to make a copy of this portion because we really don't need it. We've already got more than enough capability. We're just going to pipe the remainder down. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to copy this part here. All right, now, like I say, there are some things that we are going to change on this simply from a routing perspective, if nothing else. But overall, this works pretty good. As a matter of fact, rather than do that, let's see something. What if we do this in stages? Well, no, actually, this works pretty good. This honestly works pretty good. I think we're going to keep it. I think we're going to copy all of this right up to there. But we're going to change this as far as where this is inputting from. And we'll go from there, I think. We'll keep these just so that we know where this is and where it's coming from. Everything else I think we'll keep. And I think I already have enough pieces, parts to do this. And we're going to do this up here. That's why we moved things around and what have you. We're going to make some room for this up here, and we're going to do this up here. And in order to do that, we're going to have to get rid of some of these. Right? There we go. So now, where'd our blueprint go? Yep. All right, so let us give ourselves a bit of room to maneuver with this. I think we're going to put her down right in that area somewhere. That I think is going to work. So we'll let the bots do their thing. We'll help them out a bit if we can. Actually, they're pretty quick. We've definitely done some research on the speed, so that helps. Oh, speaking of research, let's do that real quick. So we're going to do water treatment 3, which is going to give us the an updated water hydro plant. Now we are going to have to get the aluminum and the advanced circuits and the brass, but we've been needing to do that anyway. So we're going to work towards that, but we're going to go ahead and research it because advancements are always good. Same thing goes for advanced ore refining so that we get the better crushers, and advanced chemistry so we get better electrolyzers, better chem plants, etc., etc. We're going to grab those 3. And then we're going to grab, let's see, what else do we want here? So that's those 3. Let's grab, they're 400, but we can kind of afford them now, I think. Oh, let's get better storage. So we can store more when the time comes. That's 4. And then we'll do 5, 6. It leaves us 1 more. What are we going to take? Now, construction bots are tempting, but in order to make the bots, we need some weird construction robot brain circuits and things like that. And we're nowhere near making those. So, what does it take to make this? It takes red circuits. What's it take to make red circuits, guys? Aluminum plate, which we do need to make. Transistors, which silicone wafers. So, yeah, we're kind of a ways away from that. I really would kind of like the extra armor, but I don't know. Oh, what the heck. We'll take it. As a research, we'll have it in our pocket that way. We'll be able to turn around and go from there. All right, so let's go ahead and get this all placed. We'll do what we can before the bots get to it, I guess. As much as we can. These buggers are quick anymore. Which is not a bad thing. Saves me from screwing things up. I'll give them that. Are we shy a chem plant? Do we need a chem plant? Apparently we need a chem plant. Can we make a chem plant? We can make a chem plant. Let's make a chem plant. What is that? That's a top-up valve. So, top-up valve. Let's make a few top-up valves. All right, there we go. So now this we don't need. This is the explosives. We said we're making plenty. We're going to get rid of this. We don't need this anymore. So we can get rid of that whole line right there. Well, wait a minute. What else was that feeding? Alright, so we need it to feed there, though. Let's look at that real quick and see where that was. Alright. So it was here. And it was feeding up to there. We need, because we need that. We need to be able to feed our filters. Looks like we don't have factories, or assemblers rather, so we need the assemblers. Everything else, it looks like we've got what we need. This is this line, I'm pretty sure. Let's look down here and see. Yeah, that is our return line for this. Now there's a pipe there, that went there. Alright, so there was our sulfur, because this is coal coming in, or not coal, charcoal. That's charcoal coming in. And then this is slag coming in. Right, so there's our slag coming in and our charcoal coming in. Then we need to see what we need up here. We need a chest. Alright, so this was oxygen coming in, so we need to pull from the oxygen here. Wow, that lined up really nicely. And then that means that this must be, yep, our hydrogen coming in. So where can we grab our hydrogen from? Well, I guess we can take it from here. Right? Now, do we need... We don't need these lines. Right? Because they're not going anywhere. And that also means we don't need these lines. Okay, so that's going to give us our makeup water for our purified water. That's going to give us that. We're going to need to throw a bunch of these on our belt. And they're going to go on which side of the belt? The inside of the belt, it looks like. Let's see what they are down here. Yeah, they're in the inside of the belt. All right. So we'll throw these down. I'm just leaving gaps for them to fill in. And it's not got to be exact. This will balance itself out, figure itself out over time. right? That'll get us going. If we need to put more in, we can. So that's all of that. Now this is going to come out as purified water and as no, that's so yeah, purified water and mineralized water. And like I say, the mineralized water, I think what we're going to do is we're going to bring down here, rather than making a whole new system. Oh, we're out of pipes. All right, we'll have to get pipes. Well, looks like we need to get telephone poles as well anyway. Now, what does this go to? This goes to... All right, that's our output. It goes to our crystallizers. All right, so let's go down here and get some more pipes. And we really could have done this. We could have just called the train to us, I guess. Matter of fact, what we'll do is we will go down here and we'll get on the train. And we'll go to the stop. That was kind of dumb to walk all the way down here. All right, it is what it is. So let's look at the map. This is stop number 4. All right, so we want to go to 4. All right, there we go. So now let's grab the pipes off of here. Undergrounds. Regular pipes we still have plenty of. Telephone poles we need. All right, that should do us for now. Take a walk through here, make sure nothing else needs poles. No, all right. So we got one pole there that we need. And then we need to run this down. All right, so now let's come over. Right, so that's going to dump the little bit of mineralized water that we're making down here in this system, so that we don't have to build additional stuff just for stupid mineralized water. Now, we may have to rearrange some of this because we still got to put those crystallizers in, and they're going to go here. So there's that. Now, here's my thought process. We were going to train all of this slag, and we are eventually going to do that. But for right now, because the only thing we're doing is this bit here, and it is this close, I think what we're going to do is we're just going to belt 2 lines over, because that's all we're really needing. That's what's feeding that other one. That's all we need for this process here. So we're going to just belt 2 more lines of slag over. And we're not going to take from the ones that we're already using. We're going to take from another set. So we want to go here. And we want to go here. Right? And then that's going to give us a line there and a line there. Right? And that's going to take us off of those 2 lines. That'll work. All right. So let's bring one of these lines down so that we can get them lined up. And know where we're going. So that's closer line, so it's that one. Go. Now we can bring the other line down. There we go. So that should give us our slag input. That gives us that input. What is this? This is, like I say, that goes out to the crystallizers. That's going down to there. So that gives us our purified water, which is going to go back into our system. And that is here. And there. So we're going to have to pipe it around to here. Okay. Okay. Not a problem. And that should be, nope, it's not, it's this one. Right there. That should be our purified water. There we go. And then all we need to do is to put one of these right here with an overflow valve. That way, anything extra will end up dumping out of the system, and we just get rid of it. All right, and then we're going to do I think what we're going to do is this, because we really kind of want to, like I say, we want to eliminate the amount of sulfur that we're doing. So what if we do this? What if we're going to put a pipe here so that we can keep an eye on it. That way, if it gets to be too much, is there a valve? All right, let's see. This is an inspector valve. Pipe section can hold high, can be connected to, okay. Allows only one direction flow, overflow, top up. I guess we could put a pump in there and we could wire it and regulate it. We're going to leave it empty in it for now. We're going to see if this is going to produce enough sulfur to keep the system going. If it's not, then we may pull this or regulate it somehow, because we do need some sulfur. We need some sulfur to keep the system going. We just don't need excess. So what we may do is we may monitor this box, and we may turn this on and off based on this box. Maybe that's what we'll do. We'll put a valve here or something, and we'll monitor this box, and if the box needs sulfur, we'll turn this off, and if the box doesn't need sulfur, we'll turn it on. So then we'll have to add a pump there. As opposed to a valve, we'll add a pump. I don't think this valve will turn things on and off. I think it's just an inspection valve. Maybe it can be turned on and off. I don't know. We'll have to experiment with that. But there's that. That'll work. All right, so let's get down here. We don't need this blueprint anymore. We need a new blueprint. Not that we couldn't just do this without a blueprint. This is easy enough to do. We need that right there, and we need the inserters. We're going to change the recipes on everything, so we're going to change how it feeds. But we need that right there. And it's just easier to be able to see it and center it if we have a blueprint than if we don't. So then that is going to go right here. We're going to have to take out some. That looks about the center. We want it centered so that it'll flow right. So let us pull out these poles. We don't need them right now. They are in our way. Connect you up here so that you're connected to that system. So then we can put a switch in here potentially too. All right, so let us see. This one looks like that's the center one. So if we pipe into that one, right, so if we go here and we move that, screwed up a little bit, but we'll fix it. Alright, do we need one more? Need one more. We don't have enough stuff. We need a bricks. We need some bricks. Minor stuff. Alright. So if this is give or take the center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the center one right here. coming from here. Yeah, see, that's... It doesn't... I guess it doesn't really make a difference. I just want it to connect further down, too, so that it's kind of connecting... Well, you know what we could do? If we really wanted to kind of balance that, I guess we could do this. I don't think it makes a difference, but, you know, it sort of balances things out. Alright, so there's that. Right? What is this? That is nothing. That we don't care about. So then that's going to give us all of our ore. And then the ore just needs to be piped down to our plant, right? There we go. So that's gonna, theoretically, we still got to bring up charcoal, but that's, we'll get it. We'll get it. Can't do everything at once. Can we reach that? Let's see if we can reach that. How's that look? That looks wunderbar. Oops. That doesn't. And we're going to get rid of that anyway. This. Let's try it a little better placement here. Alright. I don't think this will reach. In fact, I know it won't reach. It's only 4. Crap. I was hoping to reach across this. Okay. Got to figure out a way to get that down there. That is going to be able to let us... Let's go around the other side of this pipe. Oh, look. And that's still only white belts there. How did we miss that? Huh. We missed a few. Oops. Never noticed that. Till just now when we got looking close. Well, there we go. That fixes that. Alright. So... Right? Yeah, we can do that. And then we'll just have to run that down, I guess. Yeah, we can make this work. We can make this work. We can make this work. Ha. My spaghetti foo is strong. All right, we can do it that way. Right? Yeah, we can do it that way. All right, that should line up somewhere. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. That should put it on both sides of the belt. We're not using it underground, not for that. All right, there we go. So that should get that there. Now we just need to bring up our charcoal. Are we making charcoal anyplace close? No. I mean, we've got it up here because we're bringing it in. No, we're not even bringing it in for the train there. Okay. We'll just bring it up. We will bring it up. From right here. Can we do... You rat bastard. Well, I guess it really doesn't matter. It's connected, right? It's connected down here. Screw it. We'll take out the pole. What the heck? Unless we picked up the white ones. Alright, well, there we go. We don't want the white ones. Oh, I know what it did. Is when I used up all of those, it switched over to the other ones. Let's see. All right, so where is... There is our coal. Our charcoal. Alright, there we go. So that's the charcoal, right? That's the slag. That should be all the fluids. In theory. Correct? I think so. I think we are okay with the exception of we need a little bit of sulfur to kickstart the system. So let's get down here and grab a little bit of sulfur out of the chest. One pile ought to do us. All right, so that should, in theory, power everything. Now, we do need... Let's go get it. Off a train. Off the train. We're gonna go get some bricks, and we're gonna make that sucker. Because we really only need 10 bricks. I hope I have 10 bricks on the train. If I don't, oh well, we won't do it. I'll just do it off camera. Really? I have no bricks? Huh. Well, that sucks, rocks, but that being said, we have rocks, and I am pretty certain somewhere in all of this crap that we have at least one freaking furnace. We have a furnace. And we have rocks. Now we have the bricks we needed. What a pain in the butt. Right? There we go. All right, so that should be everything. Let's test it and see. Looks like we've got all our power. Looks like our fluids are flowing there. Looks like this is taking in slag and making slurry. It's going to take a while for it to catch up, but it is making a certain amount, which means that's all producing, and that's going down where it's got to go. Up, we don't have power here. Now we have power here, right? All right, so how does that look? That's all looking pretty good. It looks like we are sending sulfur up. What is this guy doing? This guy's filling. How much does it need to fill? So maybe we can even eliminate one of these. Let's do something here. Let's try that. See how much faster that fills and if that's still going to keep up. So it looks like it's every 400. This doesn't look like it's getting overfilled. So I think we can come down to just the one machine. That should be enough to keep up with our sulfur. Maybe, maybe not. So maybe we do want two machines to keep up with our sulfur, to keep up with that. All right, so we'll turn that machine back on. And then that should, and we'll balance, like I say, we'll balance this out. What I may do is run a wire down and we'll figure that out. But it looks like that is now producing what we need it to produce in abundance, which is what we have needed to do for quite some time and have not done. Now let's track it down here and see how it's doing. see if this is keeping up. And it seems to be adequately keeping up. Now, we may at some point have to increase this now that we've got much more. But I think we're in business. I think we are in the iron making business now. Better than we were. Let's put it that way. We are not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but I think we are definitely on the road to better iron production, guys. So there it is. Depending on how well this keeps up, hell, we may do a second one of these, or build this one bigger or something. We'll see. Because we can always add filtration units. We can always add crystallizers. We can add on to this rather than making a second one, but we may just make a second one. And keep it as a self-contained 1, 2, 3, 4 plants, whatever. I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, there we go, guys. That is cooking along. Let's see what we got for tech. We're down to, we need 2 more tech. We got 2 left. That's cooking out that weapons tech pretty quick, because it was 400 for the other one as well. Well, heck, if that's the case, what is this? Weapon shooting speed 500 and damage 500. I mean, it's not gonna. It is certainly not going to be quick, but, and it's not going to extend our range, but it is going to help us kill worms. And helping us kill worms is always a good thing. So I think we're going to grab both of them. We can't, oh no, we can't do those ones because we don't have blue science yet. Never mind. We're not going to grab those. All right. So let's just start working our way through some of this red-green science then. We'll grab that, grab that, grab that. Oh, that looks like a new lab. Another new lab. All right. And another new lab. I wonder if this one takes all of the stuff. I don't know. We'll see. But we'll do the research on it, I guess. Chemical flash laser flash fuel. Huh. We're getting into some interesting things here, guys. And we'll take that. That'll get us going for a little bit. And then we'll just work our way, I guess we'll just work our way up the rest of the tech tree. We may start grabbing it off screen as well. I don't know. We'll see. All right, there it is, guys. We seem to be cooking right along. I'm going to keep an eye on this for a little while, make sure it balances out, and we're going to go from there. All right, you guys have a good day. Bye.